Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Kat's Tiny Kitchen. I'm so glad you guys came to join me today. What we're doing today is I'm going to make some lasagna. A dear friend of ours isn't feeling well, and we said that we would make him some lasagna for dinner tonight. So that's what we're doing today. Now, I've already browned off a half a pound of ground beef and a half a pound of mild sausage, just to speed things up. And now that I've got it drained and getting heated back up, I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of onion, which we are going to saute. Get that in there with that brown meat. Release some of its juices. It's going to take a minute, so we're just going to roll with it. Those are looking pretty good right now, so we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, pepper, garlic, my favorite seasoning, and that was a teaspoon, and then we add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and this is my homemade stuff. You stir that in, get it stirred around. I didn't use a whole lot of seasoning because the sausage was also seasoned. Okay, lastly, on this little journey, we're going to add 2 small cloves of garlic. Get in there. And I'm making lasagna today with the no-bake, or the instant, or what do they call it? Hang on, I gotta look at the box. Oven-ready lasagna. That way I don't have to boil noodles and then get them drained and then worry about them sticking together. This just works really good for me. So now that we've got that in there, we're going to add half of a cup of tomato paste. Get that all mixed into the meat. Sorry about the banging, it's a habit. Get that mixed in. Just makes it easier when you put your pasta sauce in. Now, alright, now that I've got that all mixed in, I'm going to add a 32-ounce jar of my homemade spaghetti sauce. Listen to that simmer, simmer. Get this all stirred up. And we're going to get this mixing. I'm going to slam a lid on this and let it simmer for a little bit. I want to get all that tomato paste dissolved into the sauce. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to take you over and show you the other part of the filling. So hang on. Okay, now for the filling. I use large curd cottage cheese. I'm adding a 24-ounce container. Now you can use ricotta if you want to. We just don't care for the texture. This isn't as grainy as ricotta is. And then next we're going to add 1 egg. I don't know how I managed no shells on that one. I have a 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and we're going to add a teaspoon of the salt, pepper, garlic to that too. And then we're going to stir this up. And this will be our filling, cheese filling, to go with the meat part of the lasagna. And that's it. It's all mixed up and ready to go. Like I said, if you want to use the cottage cheese, you can use small curd. We just prefer large. And I'm going to set that aside, and pretty soon we are getting ready to manufacture our lasagna. Okay, I got the oven preheating at 375. Mine's actually set at 380 because it doesn't heat at 375. It heats cooler, and when I get it heated, it will be 377, which is okay. Close enough. So we're going to start out. I've already got my pan greased. This is a 10 by 8 by 3 inch pan, and I'm probably going to get 2 layers out of this. So we're going to add a couple scoops of the sauce. Put that in the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to add our lasagna sheets. Usually fits 2. And these do swell up, so they will fill the pan once it starts cooking. So then we're going to add a little more sauce over the noodles. Just get them covered. Don't have to be perfect. We're not a fine dining restaurant. And now I'm going to add a couple of spoonfuls of the cheese mixture. I usually only get a couple of layers. I'm going to try and see if we can't get a third one. Get that all spread out. Make sure you get some cheese in every bite. Let me add a little bit more over here. There we go. Not looking pretty, but that's okay. So then we're going to add 2 more noodles. And some more sauce. Mike likes this a little runnier. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it sets up. I don't know how Joe likes his stuff. I'm only worried about Joe today. Okay. Oh, I forgot some other cheese, you guys. Oh, we'll add it in here. Ain't no big deal. Because I have the bags open. I have a 2-cup bag of parm or mozzarella. I have a 2-cup bag of shredded sharp cheddar. And I'm going to add it to this layer. So we don't have it to the first layer, but that's okay. Since I'm probably going to get a 3rd layer. There's some of the cheddar. We'll add some shredded fresh parm. And I'm not giving you measurements on this. You're going to have to eyeball this one yourself. And then we're going to add some mozzarella. But if I was doing it correctly, the other layer would have had cheese on it too, but that's okay. Things happen. Okay, now we're going to add, we're going to get 3 layers. More noodles. We're going to do the cheese this time because we're going to put the rest of the sauce on top of this too. With the cheese. Doesn't matter what order you put your cheese on, as long as you get it on there. Alright. Looks like I'm going to probably have to put a pan under this one and put it in the oven too. Alright. More of this. And the rest of the sauce. Might be a little bit too much, but we can use a little extra for something else. Now if you're doing a 9 by 13, this would probably be enough. But the 9x13, you'd have to use more noodles, or if you're using the ones that you gotta cook or boil before you put them in, 9x13 will work fine. So we got this done. Next step is grab some foil. And I'm going to cover this. I'm going to bake it covered for the first 30 minutes that it's in there. And non-stick side down. And then once the 30 minutes is up, I'm going to remove the foil and then bake it for another 25 to 30 minutes just to get all that cheese good and melty and great looking when it's ready to eat. So I will be back with the finished product. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to try and do this one-handed. It ain't going to work out too well, so we're going to sprinkle. Sorry guys. I'm holding the camera and I'm not too good at this part, so alright, that looks good. Get some mozzarella. Sort of move that around a little bit. Ain't perfect, but it'll do. The mozzarella, try not to spill it all over the oven. Try and keep you in focus, and that ain't working too well, is it? So I'm gonna have to put you all down and finish this up. There you go, the cheese is on it. It's going in for another about 25-30 minutes. We'll be back. Alright everybody, it's done, so we're gonna get it out of the oven, and I hopefully have enough room to get it on this because it's full. And it's done. It's a little dark on the top, but it sure does look pretty. There you go. Lasagna, Cat's Way. Looking good. It's gonna have to sit for a little bit so it can set up. And the only thing we got left to do is plate it up, take a picture, and eat it up. And I cannot wait for dinner time because this is really looking good. And I am glad I put this pan underneath it because it did boil over just a teeny bit. So I thank you all for coming along. I really appreciate you and love you all. And I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one.